and the Valley, and 14 points, 6 dimes in the first half alone. But with the Lakers up 19, a bit of a scare here. The ball is tipped away. LeBron comes up limping as the Rockets go the other way. A look back at LeBron, who is in obvious discomfort, kind of grimacing as he goes to step toward the ball. But J.J. Redick said afterwards that LeBron is fine. Apparently everybody who was injured yesterday, Shea, is absolutely fine. The Lakers up 21. Reeves sizing up his defender. Austin Reeves, 23 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists. The Lakers run away with it, 140-109, clinching that number 3 seed.
What Hannah is referring,
fighting for 3 spots to stay out of the play-in tournament. The Nuggets have arguably the easiest path, a win versus Houston, and they're in the playoffs as a 4 seed. Plus, losses by either the Warriors or the Wolves would also secure the Nuggets a playoff spot. As for the Timberwolves, if they beat a Jazz team that's heading into the draft lottery, they'll avoid the play-in. That task should be easier with Anthony Edwards avoiding suspension after getting his 18th technical foul rescinded yesterday, so he's available. The most pivotal game of the afternoon, however, is on ESPN at 3:30 p.m. The Clippers visit the Warriors. If LA wins and Denver loses, then the Clippers leap to the 4th seed. A Clippers win guarantees that they're the 4th or 5th seed, but they cannot finish 6th due to tiebreakers. As for the Warriors, they cannot finish higher than 6th, but can clinch the 6th seed with a win against the Warriors. All right, we got to talk basketball. So we're bringing in Quentin Richardson to cook here on Sportscenter. And Q, the thing about this game that's coming up with the Warriors and the Clippers, the Warriors have essentially been in the playoffs for the last couple of weeks. And Steph Curry has said that he's going to treat this game like it is a Game 7. So give us one key matchup that we should be looking for.
Man, I got to go with the Kawhi-Jimmy Butler matchup. I mean, everybody knows that the Warriors go as far, as Steph goes. So that goes without being said. But I think Jimmy Butler, this is why he was brought here. He needs to be that other superstar guy that can release some of the pressure on Steph Curry and give him a chance to rest in games and also just give them a stronger scoring option. Obviously, Kawhi being back in the lineup, being who he is, all-star level Kawhi Leonard, he makes the LA Clippers a totally different team, and he gives them that super-duper star who's been to the finals, who's been a finals MVP and gotten the job done.
Yeah, it is going to be such a fun matchup, and ever since Jimmy Butler has joined the Warriors, they've also been cooking. They are 23-7 since they got him on February 8th. However, the loss against the Spurs earlier this week was really costly for the Warriors. That was the worst upset loss in the last 2 seasons, and now Golden State is in a must-win situation against a Clippers team that's now won 17 of 20. So give us a few keys to this game that you see in the Clippers versus the Warriors.
I need the Warriors to bring that three-point shooting that they need, that's part of their identity in their defense. Their three-point shooting and defense is what's going to make the difference here. We know how good the Warriors can be when everybody's making threes, the Pajinskis, the Moody's, the Currys, and everybody. But their defense is what really puts them over the top, led by Draymond doing what he does defensively, playing himself back into a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. That's what they need to do, lock in and lock up the Clippers. As far as the Clippers, man, this is what they do. You need their paint dominance from Big Zoo. Big Zoo has been a problem in that paint the whole entire year. He's a high-level double-double rebound machine, and he gets it done offensively at a high efficiency clip in that paint. He doesn't miss a lot of shots around the basket. So if they can dominate that paint, because the Warriors are small up front, so if they can dominate that paint, that will pose a huge problem for the Warriors.
Yeah, we cannot wait for that matchup. And for Warriors fans out there, the Warriors are 0-3 in 2 play-in appearances, so they're definitely looking to avoid a Q. Really appreciate your time, brother. Enjoy the warm weather out there.
Yes, sir. You enjoy that snow.
26 years old, that's a long way off. But for this moment and for this year's postseason, Windy, what's the answer to that question?
So I know that for television show purposes, I'm supposed to give a simple answer like yes or no. Is more nuance to it than that because the LUKA trade did not complete the Lakers roster. They still have things that they've got to work on and get together, whereas the Warriors trade, a lot of things fell into place. So if I could just stick a word in there, more immediately, without question, the results show that it was more impactful for the Warriors because it transformed them into a championship contender, which is what Draymond Green said about 15 minutes after Jimmy Butler got there. He thought they could win the title this year. A lot of us, including me, kind of rolled our eyes, and the more I've watched, I understand what he's talking about. I don't think you can fairly judge this Laker team until they fix the balance on their roster. But there's no doubt that Luka has, the expectation is for him to make more of an impact than he's made so far.
Jay Will.
Yeah, Greeny, I think through the lens of immediacy, it definitely serves Golden State because you've seen that, how much the point production for Stephen Curry has increased considering having Jimmy Butler there. He probably had the loudest 11 points last night. He was so active defensively. His hands were everywhere. He was engaged in so many plays, and also his ability as a playmaker. I think Luka, as much as he allows LeBron James to take possessions off because he can carry the load offensively, I still think there are a piece or two that they need, like Wendy said, from a personnel perspective on the defensive end to plug those gaps for them to truly reach the land they want to reach.
Shams, you and I were talking about this a little bit earlier, and about Jimmy Butler has brought a lot to Golden State and to Steph and to Draymond beyond what he's done on the floor.
The Lakers and Rob Pelinka, they made a historic trade getting Luka Doncic, and that's a trade that's going to set them up for the next 10 years. But in terms of just this season, the Warriors were really dead in the waters before getting Jimmy Butler. Draymond Green knows it. Stephen Curry knows it. They didn't have a legitimate chance to compete in the Western Conference. They were fighting, scratching and clawing for the 9th, 10th seed. Now you're in a position where you could end up with a shoe-in playoff spot. You don't have to even be in the play-in. Jimmy Butler gave them hope, and also he's led a lot of their off-court camaraderie. He's hosted domino nights. He's hosted dinners. He's hosted them in a suite for a soccer game. Like, this is a Jimmy Butler that is fully invested. The moment he got there, he loved the vibes from Steve Kerr. He loved the Warriors' energy. He said it, to my knowledge, I think he said it publicly and privately. This is better than any organization I've ever been a part of, and he's obviously showing that.
Alan, this could be a first-round matchup. I was looking at your notes this morning, and the first thing that it said was, please let these teams play each other in the playoffs. I think we all co-signed that.
Yeah, give me 7 of them, too.
What do you think?
And also, what was the phrase we used about Jimmy Butler when he comes to your team? Remember what?
Oh, the Butler bump.
The Butler bump.
Yeah.
Well, we are experiencing the Butler bump. He comes in, and everybody loves him, and everything goes great, and he is exactly what you want, and that's what he does everywhere he goes. You get that bump, and it's happening right now. So the answer is very simple, and Wendy kind of said it, and he's right. It is short-term, yes. The Warriors got the better deal. Long-term, though, you still have to give it to the Lakers and what they were able to do going forward with Luka.
Well, that's clear. Again,
it's obvious, right?
Luka will become.
But the Butler bump is what's happening. We get it everywhere he goes, and we're getting it here in Golden State.
So let me frame it a different way. So I have a poll up on my Twitter page, Twitter X, right now. You can go there. It's at ESPN Greeny, and you can cast a vote. I just threw it up right before the show started. And Cindy, the question